Okay, I've got ones that still have a little bit of a gap. There's still a little bit of gap there. I don't like that, but it is holding it. So it has to sit. There's a retainer here. This cap sits down on this, which you can see. It stops it from falling out. Focus. So it sits on that ledge, and then the upper one has a ledge, focus, that it touches. So you know that you're sitting inside the cradle. You're not cockeyed. You're not anything. It's sitting where it's supposed to be. That little tab right there is the keeper. So you know you're sitting in there. Then you put the caps on. I can still see a little bit of a gap in there. I mean, it doesn't fit perfectly. And my thought is, this is the closest one. This is the number it says goes for this drive line. This is the closest fit I've had so far. And I thought maybe it might squeeze down. What I'm wondering if the people that did this before, this was my original thought. They put these on like this with the gap, and then they took a hammer and hit it here until it fit snug right in that area where you can see that little bit of a gap. They hit with a hammer here until it fits snug, which changed the geometry in the metal on this. So when I took it out, I have to take these off and set this out of the way to do that seal. Once I took it off, it was never going to fit back the same, but I did not know that at the time. I didn't know that that's possibly what happened. But now that I've got the correct hardware in there and I see that gap, that really just solidifies what I thought they were doing. Was they probably just beat with a hammer here until it fit. So if I were to do that, it would fit tighter. But the problem is once I take these bolts out, or once anybody ever has to take these out, they're not going to know that, and it's not going to fit right again, and it'll fall right back out again because it's not, the geometry of it changes and it won't fit back properly. These bolts won't torque down properly. I really believe that that's what happened from the very beginning. Kind of had that thought because it just didn't make sense of why it fell out. These bolts, I put red thread lock on and I tighten them down. I mean, I can't go any tighter without rounding these and stripping these. And that's what I did before. I took it to the torque specification it is supposed to hold, and when it fell out, it just did not make any sense as to why and how. I mean, they're just a simple tool. They just hold that in there. That's all it is. So for the bolts to let go, or for this to fall out, or have different geometry to make it fall out, where it bound up on this or something, it just really boggled my mind as to how that happened. And then you start down the road of, well, what was different? You can see a gap there. I don't know if I had light behind there, you'd be able to see it, but it's not a tight fit. I can't see the top one, but I believe the top one's probably, the top one might fit a little bit better actually. I don't know. I'll look at this video. I'm holding the camera up where I can't see it, so hopefully it focuses and I can see when I look back at the video. So there you go.